Hey guys, this is Xavier with Gotta Be Mobile, and I want to show you something about my HTC One M8 that I'm not too crazy about, and that is its shattered screen. As you can see, it's pretty bad damage up here on top, down here on the bottom as well, and this is pretty sad to have a beautiful device like this damaged after only 2 days. What happened was I bought this device on March 25th, which is the day they launched it at a press conference, and they immediately started selling it at Verizon stores. And on the 27th, which was 2 days later, I brought my son to a ballpark to see a Giants game versus the Oakland Athletics. And guess what happened? I dropped it while I was chasing after him. Now, it only fell about a foot onto concrete and it destroyed the display. Now, fortunately, HTC has a program, but it's not as good as Apple's AppleCare program. So what HTC announced recently was a program called HTC Advantage. And what that part of that program allows is for a one-time screen replacement for free. Now, the downside of this program is that you actually have to mail in your device and either wait for a new one or wait for them to replace the display and then send it back to you. Now, the default program takes 8 to 10 business days. That's forever for most people to go out with their smartphones, and especially people that don't have more than one phone like me. So I don't know about you, but if I only had one phone, I couldn't stand going for 8 to 10 business days without a cell phone. So that program is free, but it's not ideal. Fortunately, HTC has a program where you can pay a rush fee of $29, and they'll actually overnight you a new phone and replace it with a brand new one, and they'll fix the display and probably sell it as refurbished somewhere else or something. But the point is, within one business day, you can get it replaced within one business day. So that's what I did. I ordered it on Friday. It's supposed to show up on Monday. If you want to spend a little bit less money, for 19 bucks, they'll do a 2-day service. Now, if they end up getting your phone and it has more than just display damage, you're going to have to pay additional fees up to and including the full price of a phone. So this program is really only for displays. Now, in this case, it's working out for me. I'm very glad to be able to replace my phone for just 29 bucks. However, if there's anything else wrong with the phone, like I said, it's not covered. If there's damage to the case, if the internal parts are damaged, if you've dropped it in water, it is not covered. You're going to have to pay full price unless you have insurance through a program like Verizon's wireless's partner called Assurion. They charge you a few bucks a month, and then same deal. You have to send it in. It's a long replacement process. There is a deductible, I think, of it's either $69 or $79, and it's a real hassle. On the flip side, the iPhone 5S, I've had several problems with the iPhone series over the years, but one of the great things about Apple is with all the retail stores and their best in the industry phone support, you can get replacements for pretty much anything that happens to these phones. And I'll tell you the story of last time when I had a problem with an iPhone was my iPhone 5S, which I'm holding here. I brought it into the swimming pool with my son for a swim class to take some pictures, and after taking a few pictures, it got, I guess, a case failed, and what I had to do was I had to see that my phone was completely damaged and just not working. So what I did was I brought this damaged phone into the Apple store, which was only about a mile away from the swimming pool, and within 10 minutes, I walked out with a brand new phone. No questions asked. They just looked up the serial number, made sure I had AppleCare Plus, and out I walked with a new phone. I did have to pay a small deductible. I think it was about 60 bucks, but I was literally without a working phone for maybe an hour between getting out of the pool, getting dressed, driving to the Apple store, and getting a replacement. It was less than an hour, and that's an excellent experience, and something I hope that my friends and family will benefit from rather than having to deal with going days and days without a smartphone. The problem without having something similar to AppleCare Plus for HTC is that I don't know what happens if this happens again. Obviously, I would have to pay out of pocket for repairs. And I guarantee you, over 2 years, I will be a klutz and drop this device again at some point. Samsung, same deal. No program similar to Apple's in terms of being able to walk into a store and get a replacement on the spot. So while these phones have definitely caught up in different ways and even surpassed Apple in other ways, one of the areas where Apple is still championing is customer support and actually taking care of people with damaged phones. Even if you don't have AppleCare Plus, Apple will generally replace your phone out of warranty for a reduced fee. I think last time I saw somebody at the Apple Store do that, they charged $299 for a brand new iPhone 5S, and I think it was a 64 gig model, which out of pocket, if you have to pay full price, is $849. So it's about a $550 savings compared to what would happen if Apple wasn't generous with these programs. Apple's retail store will also make excellent customer experiences happen, and that's just something that you can't have over the phone with companies like HTC and Samsung. There's also, I think, 3 Apple stores in San Francisco that are all within a 30-minute drive of me, less than 4 miles apiece each. There's probably about 7 total that I can get to within 45 minutes or so. So wherever I'm having problems, if I'm anywhere near home or near a major city, Apple's there to back me up with support. I can't say the same about these other guys, even though, like I said, some of these features are superior to the iPhone 5S. This is Xavier with Gotta Be Mobile, and this is the iPhone 5S, the HTC One M8, and the Samsung Galaxy S4, which is about to be replaced by Samsung with the new Galaxy S5.